Welcome back to The Young Advisor. In today's video, we're looking at a couple with £25,000 worth of debt, and their mortgage advisor has advised them to do some debt consolidation with it. So that's the situation we're looking at today. And if you want me to look at your situation in a future video, email me brandon.chiefo11@gmail.com. So here's what they said. Hi Brandon, I earn 34k a year and my husband earns 41k a year. We have built up over 25k of debt across credit cards and personal loans. Some of it came from replacing our car and renovating the bathroom, but lots of it has just built up over time. We have never missed a payment, but we are starting to struggle to pay the monthly payments. We don't have any savings. Our mortgage advisor has suggested remortgaging and adding the £25,000 worth of debt to our mortgage. This would help us significantly, but our mortgage is 20 years long. Is it a good idea? So first off, it sounds like you're in a lot of trouble here and we need to get this sorted out. And it's really hard for me to give you a good opinion without knowing the full picture, because normally when we're looking at stuff like that, I'd be looking at your interest rate for your current mortgage, the next mortgage, the interest rates of the debt that you've got, how long you've got left to pay the debt, how much equity you've got in the house. So there's a load more questions that really need answering here before I can give you a really solid opinion, but I'm going to do the best with the information I've got. Next, I just want to cover off, I have worked as a mortgage advisor and been in that space, and I'm always cautious when they are recommending something like debt consolidation because they do make a lot of commissions off it, and there are some bad actors out there. Definitely not everyone, but there are definitely some out there. So it's good you're giving it the time and consideration that it needs, really. Next off, I'm going to be extremely serious with you right now. You are going to get yourself in a mess if you don't sort out your spending. You're making £75,000 a year between the two of you, and you're going into debt. There's really no excuse for that. You've got plenty of money to not be in that situation. Now, it doesn't matter if you debt consolidate or not. If you don't sort out your spending, you're going to be in a world of trouble regardless. So first things first, get yourself a free budgeting app. There's one called Snoop. I did some research because I've recommended getting a free budgeting app before, and they look like they're the best in the UK, and I have used them before in the past, and they're pretty decent. So once you've done that, sort out your budget, work out every penny coming in, every penny going out, and cut out any unnecessary spending. Now, you need to make sure that you're able to pay this debt without debt consolidation before even considering it. Make sure that you can pay it, and then at that point, it probably, now I'm saying probably because as I said, I don't know all the information, probably does make sense to do the debt consolidation statistically. But it only makes sense if you pay the debt off early. If you leave it for the whole term of your mortgage, you're going to end up paying a lot more because it's going to be spread out over 20 years instead of maybe the 5 years that your current loans and debts are over. So what I'd do, quick example, let's say you've got £1,000 mortgage and then £1,000 monthly debt payments, and the debt payments £1,000 over the next 3 years. What I'd be doing is, if you did the debt consolidation, let's say that brought your monthly mortgage payments down to £1,500, so total you've got an extra £500 spare, I would still be paying £2,000 a month off your mortgage. I'd be spending that extra £500 to pay off your mortgage for at least the next 3 years. Now, if you do it for at least the next 3 years, you should statistically be better off than if you kept the debt separate. Now, what many people do, and this is the most common trap, which if you don't sort out your budget, you don't sort out your spending, you'll do as well. You'll walk away with your extra £500 in cash flow and you'll start spending it, or even worse, you'll go over it and get into more debt again. So that's what you need to avoid. If you are going to consider debt consolidation, you need to sort out your spending, and only then you can really make the decision whether or not it's a good idea or not. But statistically, it does normally make sense, but you've got to be strict and you've got to overpay on your mortgage, and you can't treat that like a get out of jail free card, and you've got to use that extra cash flow to spend back on that mortgage and do those overpayments to get rid of that debt. So thank you for watching, and if you want me to look at your situation in a future video, email me brandon.chiefo11@gmail.com.